guys, I'm Ananya. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I'm basically going to tell you how I cracked my St. Joseph interview. So guys, St. Joseph University, which is located in Bangalore, I had cracked the interview which they had. However, due to the hostel and the accommodation issues, I couldn't join that. But I decided to share my experience with you all. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to see new videos. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, before I go inside the video, those of you who don't know me, I have basically completed my bachelor's, and I have completed my bachelor's in liberal arts, and now I'm looking to pursue a master's in journalism and mass communication. And therefore, like, I'm basically searching for colleges where I could apply, and St. Joseph University being one of the best universities. So as per the NIRF ranking of 2024 by India Today, it has been ranked at about 15th or 16th position in India, and like for specifically for journalism and mass communication. And that's why I decided to apply over there, and luckily I got selected, and even the entrance examination, everything went really well. However, due to the hostel and accommodation, I couldn't really apply, like go ahead with the application. But nevertheless, I'm still applying for more colleges, and let's see if I get selected. I'll let you know the preparations and the questions that they ask. But coming back to St. Joseph, so basically I have some questions which I had written, which they had asked me. So basically, if I talk about the interview, I don't know how the mail everyone receives. Like for me, it was written that it would be like an oral entrance interview. Now I was little confused because usually entrance tests are mostly online and written based, right, and MCQ or objective type based. However, this is like an oral entrance test. So basically, it was more like a viva, if I may say. So they would ask you any sort of question, whether it is basic personal questions like introduction, or something about current affairs, or something related to the field, that is journalism. They would ask you in basically orally, and you just have to explain it over there. So there is no written test and all. They just have one I would say criteria, that is an oral entrance test. So again, it varies for everyone, but for this session I had got a syllabus. So they had shared about 10 links, and so they were related to various current affairs, something which was going on in India. You just had to prepare for that. So basically I've divided the interview into 3 parts. So we have part 1, part 2 and part 3. So if I talk about the part 1, it basically included the introduction. So when I say introduction, they had asked me, like the first question, they had asked me to give me an introduction. So I gave the basic details, what I'm doing, what course I want to do, and what are my hobbies and all. Then after that, they had asked me why this course. So I was applying for journalism and mass communication, masters in journalism and mass communication. So I had prepared for that as well. So you could also do that. So then they had asked me why I wanted to take admission in St. Joseph, Bangalore. So again, you just have to mention few of their good things like which they're offering, like the curriculum, their placements, etc. Then they had also asked me, so as I am from Delhi NCR, specifically from Gurgaon, they had asked me why I wanted to take admission in college, specifically in Bangalore. So again, I stated my reason. So this was one question which I didn't really expected, because I mean, in my previous interviews also, they didn't really ask me specifically for the location, but like you never know what they can ask, so you could prepare for that as well. So I was from Delhi NCR, maybe if you're from some other region, they can just ask you. And so again, on the basis of my interview, so because I mentioned that I'm a content creator, I make videos and all, they had asked me what videos I make. So I told them, okay, I make vlogs on Instagram, YouTube. Then they had asked me how do I edit them, so I just told them that. Then they also asked me how do I check engagement. So again, that. So this was because I mentioned that I'm a content creator. So let's say you just mentioned that you're into photography, so they might ask you questions related to that. And this is just part A on the basis of the introduction, like the first session that they had. Then they also asked me how many subscribers, followers I have. So this was part A. Then coming on to the part 2, like part B, they had asked questions on the basis of the link shared. Now it depends again. So for me, they had shared like about, I think, 7 to 8 links. So they were mix of current affairs. So just had to read that, and they can ask you anything, right? So for me, there was one topic that they mentioned, that was Tamil Nadu's resistance against imposition of Hindi language. So they basically asked me that, okay, what are your views on this? So I like mentioned my own whatever opinion I had on that, and they had asked other questions also, but I'm not really mentioning that because it was based on the links that I've shared. So I mean, it depends what the syllabus is for you. So you could just check that on the website. Then part 3 was the current affairs. So this was, I would say this part was a little bit weak for me. So I was able to answer most of the questions, but few of them were wrong as well. So first they had asked me about the recent Mahakumbh. Now they didn't ask me, okay, what is Mahakumbh? They asked me this question in an indirect way. So basically they asked me which was the largest Hindu festival to take place in India. Okay, so you had to mention, okay, like Mahakumbh was that festival and where did it held. So when they had asked me about my specialization, I told them that I want to do something in new media, so digital media and content creation and all. So again, it depends. So if you say some of the specialization, they would ask questions according to that. But if I talk about my experience, they had asked me questions related to new media. So they had asked me like what was the maximum time limit for a reel that can be uploaded on Instagram. So there was 3 minutes, like 3 minutes was the answer. Then they had asked me again how I check the engagement on Instagram, and okay, so they also asked me another question which I didn't know, because I don't really use X or whatever, Twitter as you may call it. So they had asked me which was like the AI assistance of X, also known as Twitter. Then they had also asked some questions on movie as well. So again, this was something which I was not able to answer. I think that movie was like the actor starring in that movie was Vicky Kaushal. I think, I'm not really sure, but that was something which I was not able to answer. So I mean, I was a little afraid, thinking if I would get selected or not, how I got selected. But nonetheless, like, I didn't take admission on that anyways. But it was like a really great learning experience. So these were basically the questions which I had been asked, and I just wanted to share it with you all. And I hope this helps you. So if you have any questions, you could just let me in the comment section, and I would answer them if I'm able to. And yeah, till my next video, bye.